Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today is your spring cleaning pick a card tarot reading. And this is going to be a 3-card reading. You can pick 1 card, 2 cards, or all 3 cards. There's no rules here. I don't like rules, so let's not have them here, okay? It may end up being a reading that tells a complete story for you, or you may just pick 1 card and take the message and apply it to your life. So this is going to be what we need to release. Spring cleaning, right? What we got to get rid of, release, send out into the world for other people, or to transmute into just some neutral energy. Whatever you need to do, you'll know. You'll know. You will feel it and you will know what needs to be done. We're still working with this ginormous deck of cards, but they're just so cute, and we will be using the affirmations from the book. Let's see, there we can see it there. The affirmations from the book. It's the cutest little book, cutest deck of cards. I was so excited to get it for April. I did give them a good shuffle before I started recording, but we'll always do a few shuffles while we chat, while we chitty chat. So it's the middle of April. Easter's coming. It all changed very dramatically. We went from winter literally to spring, like in one weekend. It was really bizarre because just like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, my community was dealing with an ice storm, and there were people who had no power for over a week, I think. So it's bizarre. So let me know in the comments, what is the weather like where you are? Is it spring for you, or are you like Chrissy Fitzgerald and it's autumn for her, because she lives in Australia and they're on a sort of opposite calendar, I guess, from us, or just, well, they're on the same calendar, but their seasons are different. How about that? So it's autumn in Australia, and then it'll be winter when we have summer here in Canada. So yeah, let me know where you are in the world and what the weather is like. And while you're doing that, check out the links in the comments. Everything is there that you could possibly need. There's a freebie there for you, how to turn on and tap into your psychic gifts. There's an ebook there. I read 12 of the most popular spiritual and self-development books, and then you've got all of my academic notes there. And of course, the link to my website, etc., etc., etc. You can use my website to book a tarot reading or a coaching session with me. Easy peasy. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, and my tip jar's in there too, just in case. Just in case. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll pull out the 3 cards like this. There we go. Because they're so big, they barely fit on the table. No, I did not know how big they were when I ordered them. I had no idea. Okay, so if you know what, we're going to do this way. It'll be a little easier. If you chose card number 1 or card number 2, card number 3, if you haven't chosen, pause, focus on the cards, decide which card you would like. If you just want all 3, then let's keep going. But if you need to pause now, do that. And card number 1, the 3 of Wands, what we need to release. The 3 of Wands. Now, our 3s are always about creativity. So this is quite interesting to come up here because this could be you. If we're going to be just at the most basic level, you may need to clean out your craft room. Okay, get rid of stuff you know you're never going to use. Clean out your house. This is a very active, fiery energy. So it's, you know, this is action. This is like, get on with it. But we're definitely, sorry, there's a lot coming in, and it was just like, oh my gosh, all at one time. So really what this is just kind of being happy with where you're at for the moment. So release the expectations you may be putting on yourself to be further ahead, to have more money, to be, you know, doing better in your career, like whatever. Just release the expectations, everything in divine timing. You are exactly where you need to be for the lessons that you need to learn in this time period. So I would not be putting so much pressure. So when we're talking about what we need to release, the need for perfection, the need to be further ahead, because sometimes we don't get the opportunities because we're not ready for them, right? So whatever you think you may need to do in order to get that next step forward, start doing that. But release the idea that you should be there now, or that you should be anywhere other than where you are right now. That's a big one. Interesting. That's interesting that that came through. But definitely, you know, anything that you do want to call in, it's going to take some hard work. Like, and that's okay, because, you know, that's what we do, right? We work hard and we see the benefits of that. So I would definitely say just release whatever story you're telling yourself about why you're not further ahead. I think would be the best message to come through for this, because being that it's spring or autumn, wherever you are, I know there's just so much stuff that comes up in terms of like, I can't just nap my way through winter anymore. I actually have to look like I've produced something. There's a lot of pressure we put on ourselves for that. So just, you know, tell yourself you're doing great, that you're exactly where you're meant to be, and then focus on calling in opportunities and looking for those opportunities and being ready for them. Because if, you know, say you're like, well, I want to get a paralegal job. Okay, well, are you a paralegal? Have you studied to be a paralegal? No? Okay, well, then start doing that. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not a paralegal yet, yeah, well, start doing the work to be a paralegal, or whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is. And we all, listen, we all do this, okay? Don't think I'm not sitting here kind of going, better start doing this myself. You know, we all feel like we're not exactly where we should be, if that might be a good way to put it. And that's okay, because we're exactly where we're meant to be. And that's just how the universe works. That's just how it works. 9 of Cups for card number 2. So if you chose this card, this message is for you. Oh, you know what I meant to do was look up. The reason I had my book in my hand, because I was looking up the timing for the 3 of Wands, and to see if we do have timing for it. Oh, interesting. It's like, it's March 31st to April 10th. So something perhaps has happened at the start of this month that has you kind of feeling this way. So, just let it go. Just let it go. And just get on. Whatever it is that you need to do, just get on with it. Make today the day you decide, I'm just going to get on with it. So our 9 of Cups in reverse is one of those cards that's about addiction. So when we're talking about what we need to release, there's something, every single one of us is dealing with an addiction of some kind, okay? It doesn't have to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It can be all kinds of things. Some people are addicted to serving others. Some people are addicted to people pleasing. Some people are addicted to helping others, hoping that will be accepted. Some people are addicted to the story they tell themselves. Some people are addicted to pursuing things that are not good for them. Some people are addicted to ice cream. All of us have an addiction. So think about what yours is, and you know, ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this getting me to the life I desire? And if the answer is no, then it's time to let it go. It's time to, because it is holding you back. Like this, your dreams are probably being held back by the addiction. So if the addiction is the story you are telling yourself, then it's time for a new story. You got to let that story go and create a new story for yourself. And you just make one up and you tell it to yourself. It's that simple. We just create new neural pathways. And that's the beginning step. There's definitely a negative sense of this, that it's being addicted to negativity. That's really interesting. They're showing me like people are just so addicted. I think it's because it's gone on for so long. People are so addicted to the constant government, politics, negativity, just talking about it constantly. I can tell you, I am so sick of talking about it. I never want to talk about politics again, to be honest. I actually thought about making a politics channel, and I thought, oh God, do I really want to spend the rest of my life talking about politics? That's what I'm being seen as. People are very addicted to consuming what's going on. That there's, you know, and the Facebook groups and on the YouTube channels and it's almost like I just want to say doom scrolling, but then I wonder how much of it is hope scrolling. Like we're just hoping for something that will make sense. We're just hoping for something that will show things will get better. We're just, you know, whatever it is. I mean, Canada is having an election in less than 2 weeks. I think Australia might be having an election as well in the near future, or maybe right now. I don't know. Interesting, what I learned today is that in Australia, voting is mandatory. It's compulsory. I didn't know that. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's absolutely a good thing. And because in Canada, it's not, and we tend to get low voter turnout. People are so apathetic and bored and fed up and just done. And a lot of times what happens in Canada is people will tell me that they're not political, and then I'll ask them, like, what's the biggest concern you have in your life right now about the, you know, your life, your community, the country, whatever. And everything they say are decisions that were made at a political level. So people are political, they're just not engaged. But people are very addicted to watching the political commentators and the Facebook groups and arguing about it and debating it and following everything. So that could be something that's going on that we just need to kind of snap out of it. It's consuming people. I think all we can do is just go vote, right? So that's part of what's coming in here, but definitely the addiction, whatever your addiction is, it's time to be honest with yourself about it. It's time to address it, and it's time to release it. So there we have it. And somebody did ask me on one of my last videos if I'm moving the bell. I said, no, it's the ghosty. So my bell moves. It's this little dish, as you can see. It's not flat. It's a bit of a concave. And so the bell doesn't solidly flat sit on it. So it's got some opportunity to wiggle a little bit. And so when I'm tapping the table, when I'm getting animated and I'm tapping the table, the bell starts to move. So that's it. I'm not moving the bell. The ghostie's not moving the bell. It's just, well, I guess me indirectly moving the bell by tapping the table and because I've got my forearms. I've got my forearms on the table right now, and when I talk, I kind of do this, so I have to be conscious of it. Anyway, that was just a little aside. And our third card, the Three of Swords in reverse. Interesting to get 2 3s here. Creativity. If this was upright, this would be about creativity, and I'm just going to look up the timing of this one. This is October dates, so nothing really pressing at the moment. Three of Swords in reverse is a great reminder to forgive. And if you need help with that, or you need to just simply understand what that is and what it looks like, let me know. We can chat about that. It is not telling anybody that what they did is okay. And we also include ourselves when we're doing forgiveness work. We forgive ourselves. And people will say to me, well, what do I have to forgive myself for? I wasn't the abuser. It's like, no, you weren't, but you stuck around for a long time, didn't you? You tolerated it. You ignored the red flags. You ignored the people who tried to talk to you about it, or whatever the situation is. So if you're, forgiveness is important, that we forgive ourselves for allowing people to do things and tolerating things. So that's an important part of the forgiveness conversation. But it certainly is not telling anybody that what they did is okay. And they didn't do it to you. They just did it. And you took it, you received it, and you ran with it. So it's time to forgive them and ourselves for all of it, so that we can move forward with a clean slate in our lives, for ourselves, not for them. Who cares about them? They don't even need to know you're doing forgiveness work. In fact, it's better that they don't, because they'll probably try to do something about it. But simply, if we're dragging our crap with us through life, all that hate and resentment and stuff, then that affects everything, and that holds us back in life. So definitely we want to release the pain. If you're grieving, grieve. The only cure for grief is to grieve. Don't hold it back. Don't try to hold it in. When the waves of grief come, let them. Let them wash over you. Let them take you out at the knees. You know, lie down wherever you need to lie down and sob and cry and rage and get it all out. Get as much out as you can. And I promise you, you'll be exhausted, but you'll feel better. You're not going to be 100% ever again, because when we lose somebody, it changes us. We never return to who we used to be. But you will definitely feel better for having purged as much as you possibly can. So there, that's kind of deep and heavy for a weekday morning. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, let's have a look at the affirmations for our 3 of Wands. I claim my right to live an ideal, dreamy, straight from the Pinterest board life, and I do it with ease and class to boot. Oh, nice one. Nice one. And we have the 9 of Cups. Wondrous possibilities are at my fingertips, and I will bring them into existence. In other words, I'm the manifester. There we go. And the 3 of Swords affirmation is, I cry when I need to. I pamper myself when I want to. I'll move on when I'm good and ready to. And you will know when you are ready. I thank you for joining me here today. Don't forget to click subscribe. And yes, I know I say that every single time, but so many of you return over and over and over, but don't subscribe. So if you could just do me that little favor, that would be amazing. Thank you. It really helps to grow the channel. Click like. That also helps my algorithm as well and helps me reach more people. If you feel called, I would love for you to share my videos with your friends and loved ones. And of course, as always, leave a comment and let me know you were here. Let me know what card you chose, or if you chose all 3, how this landed for you, and what you're going to do moving forward. As ever, have a magical day.